Konnichiwa minna. Hello Straw Hats. In this video I will be doing a One Piece chapter review. So if you guys would like to see more of these types of videos from me, definitely use your Devil Fruit abilities to hit that subscribe button down below. So let's get started. So this will be One Piece chapter 1149 review, 1 second. So we do not get a Yamato cover story, so we're just going straight to the action, which I am all for. So we see Brook, Robin, and I think that's, I don't know who that is, but Jinbei and Nami. We see, spoiler alert, we see Colin's dad. And Colin's dad is just awesome. We see him with the axe. So that was the guy in the previous chapter where we saw like Summers getting sliced. So that was Colin's dad, so that is awesome. So we see the Pirate King's left hand emerges from nowhere. So we know that that Ripley, which is the name of Colin's dad, Ripley is the left hand and Rayleigh is the right hand, which makes sense. Rayleigh was the one that trained Luffy, so he is very, very strong. So we see him with a cool pose. So he's yelling, and then Usopp is like all shocked, like how did that work? What did you do? And then we see Ripley saying, "Oh, I'm rusty," and we see him twirling around his axe because he's so cool that way. And then so he takes his axe, tries to slice Summers, and then Summers uses his briar barrier to put up a wall of ivy. Like, if you get that reference, good job. So he creates a shield of thorns, and then he calls him Mountain Eater. What are you doing in Elbaf? So we see Ripley slicing up Summers, and then we see the rest of the Straw Hats just being overwhelmed and stuff. And Robin, she's still tied up by Summers' thorns. And basically she said, like, I might have misheard, but he is Scopper Gavin. So I guess Ripley has like these different nicknames. He has Scopper, he has Gavin, and Ripley. So you could pick whatever name you would like there. So Jinbei is saying to Robin, hey, like, your Devil Fruit ability is useless against Summers. But Robin can still use her Devil Fruit ability even though she is tied up. So then we see Ripley jump up, take his axe, and slice Summers, like to here. And so it really does not matter because he does regenerate. And then so he's like, what's up, Colin? So he slices up Summers, and then he's running towards his son, Colin. And that just shows how fast he is as well. So then we cut back to the school. And then from like a few chapters ago, Summers is burning down the library. And then basically all of the citizens of Elbaf are like crying and say that that's history. So that's why they're crying, because that's a very historical place and a very important place. So we see Gerald crying, saying, like, the words of our ancestors are history itself. So then we see Rania. She's walking on the aeroplank, and then she starts to cry, and then she's all like, why did I give the word to burn down that library? Like, this is, like, so she's all, like, crying, and she's all like, I'm sorry, everybody, I shouldn't have done it. Like, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. And then the civilians of Elbaf are like, it's not your fault, Rania. It's not your fault. Don't feel bad about it. And then we see Gunko. So Gunko is saying culture, history, children, even the military knight. So then we see Ripley. So Ripley has arrived. And then we see Gunko saying, the Pirate King's crew, do you know resisting means the hostages will pass away, right? And then the kids have a nickname for Ripley, which is Yasan. So Yasan, Ripley, Scopper, Gavin, So you could pick your nickname, I guess. Um, Colin, yeah, son is here. So the kids were all like, Colin, like, your dad is here. And then we see just Colin, just all excited, like, Dad, I'm so glad that you're here. And then he tells everybody, like, that's my dad. He's stronger than everyone else, and he's going to get rid of these God's Knights. So then we see Ripley. So I'm probably going to say Ripley. So Ripley takes out his axe, and then, so I'm guessing he's getting rid of the thorns that are around the kids. Because if you guys remember, like a few chapters ago, not only Gunko was controlling, not only she's controlling the arrow with the kids, like leading them to the fire, but at the same time they are also wrapped around in Summer's vines. Like if you guys remember Saul, when he reached out a hand, he basically got like his arm, well, like his hand all like sliced up and stuff. So he's probably slicing the thorns off. And then of course Gunko takes out her sword, and then I think she stabs Colin in the neck. I think that's what's happening. So Colin is all like, get off of me and all this other stuff. So then Summers is like, Colin, just give... No, sorry, this is Ripley. Ripley's saying, Colin, just hold on a minute. Like I'm coming in a second. And then Colin is just all freaked out, like, Dad, hurry up. Please defeat these God's Knights. I'm only a kid. I can't defend myself. So then we see Ripley, like, jump up and then tries to slice Gunko. But then Gunko puts Ripley in an ultimatum that, hey, I will get rid of your son, basically. And then, so he drops the axe. And then he feels sorry that, like, I'm sorry, son. Like, I should have came here sooner. I am so sorry. And then Ripley gets stabbed by Gunko with 2 arrows as he's falling. And then as he's falling, he falls on top of the thorns that Summers created. So I feel so bad for Ripley. Wow, that is crazy. So... yeah, so we get a lot of questions answered. So we hear Gunko saying, Father. So she's bringing back a memory, basically. So she says Father, and then she goes into a flashback with Brooke and Gunko. So now we know that Gunko is the daughter of Brooke. So they are father and daughter, Brooke and Gunko. So she gets a flashback of that. And then we see Imu will show thee, the like abomination of a god. So Imu. So Gunko is Imu. And I think I called that Imu is female. I think I made a video that, in my opinion, I think Imu is female. So I might leave a video here or here of me making a video about that because I totally called it. But, wow. Gunko and Imu are the same character. That is crazy. Yeah. Just, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, if you guys have not watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, I highly recommend that you check out that movie. But spoiler warning if you have not seen the movie. It kind of reminds me of Kadaji. Like, if you guys remember the 3 villains from Advent Children, I think it's Kadaji, Yazu, and I forgot the third one, but particularly Kadaji, sorry. So Kadaji is basically Sephiroth. Like, if you guys remember the fight between Kadaji and Cloud, he takes, like, the DNA of Sephiroth and puts it into his body, and then he transforms into Sephiroth, and then we get the really cool fight between Sephiroth and Cloud with the Sephiroth music in the background. Like, it kind of reminds me of that. So really, really cool. So we got some questions answered. So we know that Ripley is the father of Colin. Ripley used to be part of the Roger Pirates. He is Goldie Rogers', I think, left-hand man, as well as Rayleigh. Brooke and Gunko, or Brooke and Emu, are father and daughter, and Gunko is Emu. Yeah, an amazing, amazing chapter. I cannot wait what's going to happen next. Because now we know that Emu is female. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this video down below. And also, what do you guys think of the chapter? I would love to know. So, yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Matane!